And now it is my distinct privilege and opportunity to introduce this next segment of our meeting to honor and thank all of the healthcare heroes who have been and continue to be on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. While it's impossible to capture in one video all of the skill, compassion, and dedication to patients that each of you bring to the work that you do, I'm hopeful that this video resonates with you. The comments of gratitude throughout the video by key leaders here in New Hampshire are true testaments of your efforts, which have not only been noticed, but are incredibly appreciated by citizens all across the Granite State. You know, we often talk about the important role that hospitals play in their communities every day, and you have demonstrated time and again throughout this pandemic and countless challenges before your commitment to being there, prepared to care for all of your patients when they need it most. It is the honor and privilege of a lifetime that we get to stand with you and work alongside of you in the noble work that you do. Thank you. Thank you for all that you do. I hope you enjoy this video.
Hi, this is Governor Chris Sununu. I wanted to take a moment and say thank you to all of New Hampshire's frontline healthcare workers. You've been on those front lines, keeping New Hampshire communities safe and strong as we've confronted the COVID-19 pandemic. In the past few months, we've faced unimaginable challenges, but without question or hesitation, you've stepped up. Your passion for serving our state comes at no surprise because it's that commitment I've had the honor of watching you devote yourselves to over the past few years. Whether it's been rebuilding our mental health system, standing up our new Doorways program, or just taking care of our senior citizens, you're always there. On behalf of every Granite Stater, it's my honor to thank you for the work that you do. Stay strong, be healthy.
Hi, I'm Lori Shivanet, and I'm the Commissioner of Health and Human Services. I have never been so proud to be a nurse as I am right now. Back in March, I had only been Commissioner for a couple of weeks before COVID spread fear all throughout New Hampshire. When we needed people to step up, you were brave. And when we needed care, you were there and you were compassionate. And when we had the option of staying home and working remotely, you went to work every single day and took care of the citizens of this state. DHHS wants to thank you for all that you've done with keeping the citizens of New Hampshire healthy and safe through COVID-19.
Thank you for this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to all of our healthcare heroes. We can't thank you enough for everything you're doing and for all the sacrifices you've made this year. We're always grateful for your work, but this year you've gone above and beyond. I know these have been incredibly difficult times. There's been enormous stress, extra shifts, new procedures and safety measures, and the heartbreaking loss of patients to COVID-19. You've put your lives on the line to treat others. All of this in addition to taking care of your own families. The financial challenges that so many of our hospitals are facing have led to furloughs, exactly what we don't need during a pandemic. It all takes a tremendous toll, and we owe you all an incredible debt. Sadly, even as our nation has passed 200,000 deaths, we still have so much more work to do to get through this pandemic. I'll continue to do all that I can to make sure you have the resources that you need. I will not stop fighting for you because I know how hard you're fighting each and every day to save lives. God bless you, stay safe, and know that New Hampshire is so incredibly grateful for your heroism.
Hello, I'm Senator Maggie Hassan. I'm sorry that we aren't gathering together in person, but thank you to the New Hampshire Hospital Association for hosting this virtual celebration of our healthcare heroes. We cannot thank healthcare workers enough for what you do every day. That's especially true during this pandemic. From the outset of this crisis, you faced a new deadly disease with bravery, kindness, and professionalism, always putting your patients first. And despite the emotional and physical toll that being on the front line takes, you've persisted and you have led. Our state and our entire country owes you and your families our thanks and appreciation. But more importantly, we must do everything that we can to ensure that you have the resources that you need. I'll keep working with Democrats and Republicans in Congress to provide that support. Thank you again for all that you have done and will continue to do. Please stay safe.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the New Hampshire Hospital Association and the Foundation for Healthy Communities for inviting me to speak with you during the 2020 Virtual Healthcare Heroes Celebration. First and foremost, I want to thank our healthcare heroes, our doctors, nurses, EMTs, home health aides, first responders, and all our unsung heroes during 2020. We are forever grateful to you. As we did our part to stay home and slow the spread of the coronavirus, you selflessly went to work each day on the front lines of the pandemic to care for patients, stand in for family who are unable to be with their loved ones, and do your job in the field during an unprecedented time. While there is no way to adequately thank you for all that you have done, please know that I will continue to be a champion for Granite State's healthcare providers, rural health systems, hospitals, community health centers, and home health services through my work on your behalf in Congress. I look forward to our continued work together, and on behalf of my constituents across New Hampshire's 2nd Congressional District, we are forever grateful to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Congressman Chris Pappas. I'm pleased to be joining you for the New Hampshire Hospital Association's virtual celebration of New Hampshire's healthcare heroes. The healthcare community in New Hampshire has not been tested like this in a generation. The COVID-19 pandemic has put an unimaginable strain on our hospitals, our entire healthcare system, and most of all, our healthcare workers. You have been on the front lines of this pandemic since day one, going above and beyond what any of us could have imagined necessary or even possible. Thanks to your selfless work and dedication, more Granite Staters are alive today and staying healthy. But this has not come without a price. We've lost far too many doctors and nurses and support staff, and that's a burden you will always carry. The way you have worked together and risen to meet this moment is truly inspirational. Our federal congressional delegation has fought to provide resources for our hospitals and our frontline workers, including those in the most rural communities in New Hampshire. And we'll continue to work with you every day to help get the support you need and deserve. The stories of what ordinary Granite Staters and frontline workers have done to meet this challenge, courage and optimism and grit, provide a much-needed ray of hope at this dark time. I think about the nurse in Manchester who, after working a full shift, met with friends to make their own PPE to keep themselves and their colleagues safe. I think of the doctors in Dover who worked to transition to telehealth to continue to provide care to patients while remaining socially distant. And I think of the Bedford Sewing Battalion, a group of concerned citizens who took it upon themselves to sew masks for New Hampshire hospitals in their time of need. If this pandemic has taught us anything, it's taught us that we're all in this together. And while we may be socially distant, we are closer than ever before. And we will come out of this stronger and healthier than ever because of the work and dedication of our hospitals, our providers, and our healthcare workers right here in New Hampshire. So thank you to New Hampshire healthcare heroes for all you have done and continue to do. We owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude, and I hope everyone stays safe.
Hello, I'm Donna Soucy, President of the New Hampshire State Senate, and I'm thrilled to be here with you for this celebration of our hospital heroes. At any given time, any one of us may need the services of our healthcare institutions. And certainly in the past few months, we have learned more than ever just how important each and every one of these institutions, hospitals, healthcare facilities are to our communities and to our families. And in this extraordinary time during this pandemic, there's no question that those of you here in New Hampshire are truly heroes and have truly risen to the occasion, not just by showing up and doing your job, but by sacrificing your own health and that of your family, by going the extra mile to be there for those people who couldn't be with their families, who were suffering and who were experiencing not only health issues, but loneliness and fear. It is critical that we take time to recognize the important work that you do each and every day. Thank you to all of you in all of our hospitals and our institutions throughout the state. We are truly indebted. We know we are not out of this situation yet. We know there's more to do. But from the bottom of my heart, thanks to each and every one of you for making sure that our families are better and healthier and feel a little more secure as a result of the great work that all of you do. Thanks again, and have a great virtual celebration.
Thank you for the opportunity to say hi to you tonight. I certainly want to thank Steve Arnon, his staff, the members of the board of directors, all the members of the Hospital Association for everything they're doing in the state of New Hampshire. We are going through some trying times, and we've done that in the past. And what I can tell you is this legislature knows it can count on the New Hampshire Hospital Association to work with us to make sure we deliver health care to each and every citizen in the state of New Hampshire. During these pandemic times, you have made it very clear that you're going to participate with us here at the State House, and we're going to accomplish great things. I look forward to accomplishing even more in the future. I certainly look forward to working with Steve and Joel. At times you're entertaining, at times you're the best knowledge for healthcare in the state of New Hampshire. I truly enjoy working with you. I look forward to a strong future.
My name is Steve Shurtleff, and I have the honor of serving as the Speaker of the New Hampshire House of Representatives. And on behalf of the New Hampshire House in general, but for myself personally, I want to welcome you all to your virtual celebration. The people of New Hampshire owe a great deal to those healthcare professionals that are working at our hospitals all over the Granite State. As someone was just telling me recently, it's such a wonderful job that our healthcare workers in the hospitals have done to serve as a proxy for families who can't visit their loved ones, especially at the time when their time on this earth is limited and they're about to pass on. It's the healthcare professionals who are there to hold their hands and to give them comfort. And as I said, to act as a proxy for the families who are grieving. I heard a story years ago, and it told about after the Battle of Wellington defeated the French at the Battle of Waterloo in June of 1815. King George had a special medal struck for the soldiers who fought at Waterloo, and it was called the Waterloo Medal. It was made of silver and had a blue and red ribbon attached to it. And the people of England celebrated those who served in that very decisive battle. And they tell the story in the 1840s, an old man was arrested for vagrancy in London, and he was brought before a magistrate at the Old Bailey. And as this dirty old man dressed in rags stood before the judge said to him, "Before I send you to the workhouse for 60 days for vagrancy, do you have anything to say in your defense?" And this old man stood standing just a little bit taller, reached into the lining of his coat and pulled out his silver Waterloo medal. And he said, "Your Lordship, I have but one thing to say. I was with Wellington at Waterloo." And no matter how tough life had gotten for this old man, he would never pawn or sell his Waterloo medal. And the judge, with tears in his eyes, said, "Dismiss the charges against this man and set him free." I know that our healthcare professionals all across the Granite State in days to come will be able to say with great pride, "I served as a healthcare professional during the great pandemic." And again, they'll have the gratitude and the respect of everyone in the state and across the country. Thank you all, and God bless you all for the wonderful work you do, and have a wonderful celebration.
Yes, good afternoon. This is House Republican Leader Dick Hinch. I just want to express our heartfelt gratitude for all of the hard work that you have done to keep us safe and secure. We really appreciate all of your support and the tireless hours that you put into this. So again, best wishes to you all, and thank you very much.
As the New Hampshire Hospital Association and your 26-member hospitals gather for your annual conference, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your extraordinary leadership and your selfless service to all of the citizens of New Hampshire. Your frontline health care workers, administrators at hospitals, the staff of the New Hampshire Hospital Association, you folks have just done an extraordinary job, along with Governor Sununu and state employees that you have partnered with over the last 6 months. New Hampshire has had a difficult time during the pandemic, but because of your leadership, your willingness to treat so many people, preserving hospital capacity, administering tests, getting PPP out to people that need the protective gear, I just want to again say thank you. As a past recipient of the Hospital Association James Founders Award, I actually think you should nominate all of your frontline healthcare workers, your staff, your administrators, and the Hospital Association for that award, because your service to New Hampshire has truly been extraordinary. Thank you again.
What an amazing tribute to our healthcare heroes in recognition of all that we've done to respond to COVID-19 pandemic on behalf of our patients and communities. I think the video testaments speak for themselves, but the images speak volumes as they demonstrate your commitment to your patients and colleagues, your resiliency during the most challenging public health crisis we have ever faced, your strength in carrying out your institutions through these unprecedented times. As New Hampshire healthcare heroes, you have served as symbols of health, healing, and hope. And for that, we couldn't be more grateful for your dedication or more inspired by your bravery and compassion. To all of those on the front lines every day, we thank you for everything you do from the bottom of our heart.